Good day everyone, it's Aranya coming at you with the amazing word games for Monday, April 21st. We are not called The Grove. That's the name for my subscribers and my group of viewers. We still don't have a name for the actual people that watch the videos, but people were asking for it, so put your suggestions in the comments of what you want to be called as a collective, and we'll go from there, okay? So puzzle 624 for Hank 5, here we go. All right, so we have 2 5s, 2 6s, and a 4. Well, let's do RST. We always have to do it. All right, they're all there. It's not smart. It's not shirt. What's going to go here? Inert. Probably. Inert. Alert. Let's do L. Okay, that's good. Is there an N? There might be. An alert, a signal. Okay, all right. An alert, a signal. You can alert, you can signal, you can warn. You can alarm. Okay, what's this last one? It's not, no, it's notify. Yes, all right. So just to bring to someone's attention. All right, top 3%, 84% solve rate today. Very, very good. All right, hopefully everyone had a good experience with this one. And let's move on to Connections, Sports Edition. All right, here we go. Puzzle 210 by Mark Cooper. Let's get into it. Everything fits, that's good. All right, so we have arm strength, accuracy, combine, golden, dart, steal, anticipation, sleeper, hunter, mobility, visits, ward, reach, pro day, risk, and senior bowl. Senior bowl? Okay. I feel like hunter is a last name, but steal. Pro Day, Senior Bowl, Sleeper, Sleeper Hit, Golden. Okay, it feels like arm strength and accuracy are something to be rated on. Mobility maybe. Reach, is that the one where you have to jump up and test your vertical? Let's try it. Are these things that are tested at the NFL Combine? One away. Maybe not reach. These all seem like quarterback things. Maybe anticipation. Are these things that are tested at NFL Combine for quarterbacks? Traits for a quarterback, okay. Okay, NFL Combine, maybe. Senior Bowl, Pro Day, Combine, visits. Are these things that are happen to a prospective draft pick in the NFL? Okay. All right, what else? Reach. Sleeper. Steal, risk, dart. Lawn dart. Sleeper hit. I feel like Ward, Hunter, and Golden are last names. Is there a guy named Dart? I think so. You can be a sleeper in the draft. You could be a reach, like the team's really reaching like for more potential than you have. You're a steal, you're drop lower than you should, and a risk, like they're off-field attitude issues or something. And a sleeper is just nobody's ever seen this person. They're out of left field, and they may be really good. They could be a flop, right? So I think these are last names of some capacity. I'm going to say in baseball. Maybe football. I don't know. 2025 NFL draft prospects. Cool. And then this is what I just said before about different ideas people can have about draft picks. Their potential. Yeah, descriptors when analyzing a draft pick. Okay. Well, considering I don't know much about the NFL draft, I think I did pretty well for that. Okay. All right, let's do letter loop. Puzzle 437. Here we go. So we have S-I-R-E-E-C-N-I. I see siren, but I doubt that's an answer. Yeah, no. Risen? Nicer? Well, I guess it is Easter Monday, so risen is appropriate. Yeah, risen and nicer. So I had 18 seconds. So far the average is 55 seconds for the other 56 people, including myself. So that's good. Very quick solve for today. All right, let's go on to word salad. Just reset the puzzle here. 417, things that can be tied by Samuel. You can tie a match, tie a shoe, tie a rope, tie a ribbon, two more. Tie hands. All right. Tie an apron. Whew. Under 30 seconds? Absolutely. 25 seconds. Awesome. Very, very good. Okay, let's do Canuckle, and then we'll do Canuckle Plus because it is Monday. So let's do a do for Canuckle as our starting word, as is tradition. Make sure I look good on the screen here. Yep, looks good. All right, so I in the middle, locked in place. Maybe shirt. Let's do shirt. Oof, okay, S in position, nothing else. Skimp. Why not? Skimp in 3? Nope. Skill. Could be skiff too. I feel like it would be boat related. Let's go with skiff. Absolutely. I know my country sometimes. A skiff is a small, lightweight boat that can be used for both recreational and competitive purposes. In Canada, skiffs are often used for casual fishing or leisure boating on lakes and coastlines. On the competitive side, the Canadian Olympic sailing team races the 49er, a two-handed skiff known for its speed and agility in high-performance sailing. Whether for sport or relaxation, skiffs are an integral part of Canada's connection to the water. And then it says here there's Canuckle Plus, so let's jump right into it, okay? All right, so our starting word today, and this is going back a few days, but fear was a word that came up in Hang 5 as a word that Canadians and Americans didn't know for the most part. And apparently it's a very British territory word, although Canada should fit into that, but it's more New Zealand, which is where Hang 5 is originated from, so definitely a benefit for them to see that. Okay, can I make this any? No, I can't. All right, Fuhrer, what do we have? Just O and E out of position. Kind of make this a little bit smaller. That's probably better for this. All right, now you can see all the keyboard. All right, so let's move O and E around. There's no R, which is great. Could be depose. No, always in the same spot. Let's do some sort of plural though. Just shift them over one spot. You know what, let's do scones. Why not? Double S? Sure, let's go for it. All right, E in position, C and O out of position. Okay, so O is probably second or first, probably not last. Could be oceans, but it's not. What's gonna, like a word like pocket? Pocket? Okay. Hockey, oh, it's hockey. Duh. Yeah, all right, hockey in 4 for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, hockey is more than just a game in Canada. I think I've said enough about hockey in other videos that, yeah, today will be the 3rd day of the NHL playoffs, and, you know, speaking of hockey, the Habs Montreal Canadiens are playing today in their first game against Washington, so go Habs go. And yeah, I don't know the result yet of Ottawa and Toronto yesterday, but it's bound to be a great a great series, Battle of Ontario. Okay, let's move on to Cladder. All right, get rid of this ad here. All right, puzzle 1126, here we go. So this is a lake. Like, Nike, Nuke, Juke, June, Dune, Dine, Ding, Bing. All right. 21.4 seconds. Very, very good. Nothing too tricky there today. Juke could be tough for some people, but I had a pretty good time with it. All right, let's move on to Bracket City, and this is sometimes the bane of my existence, but we'll see how I do today. And for those of you who aren't aware of how this game works, you just have to define the highlighted in yellow portions, and eventually it'll tell you something that happened importantly on April 21st of a certain year. So I'm going to do the top one here first. I see the general noted for their warnings on packaging. That's the Surgeon General, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and then the next one here is apparently the only shot type allowed on mini golf courses. A putt. And this game does track all the keystrokes you do, so you don't want to mistype a word. You don't want to obviously put in a wrong word, because you want to try and get 100%. So, okay, politicians often complain about rivals putting these in their mouths. Words? I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Blank, you ask me. Phrase often spoken by the unasked. If you ask me? I think so. Something pulled by senior officers. Rank? Yeah, because I see Aretha F, and then so it's probably Franklin. So rank. Word spelled by Aretha Franklin in song. Respect. Okay, you want a blank outside. Invitation to fight that is respectful of your host. You want to go outside? You want to take this outside? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to say the stop in here is words. Okay, open blank. Magic word spoken by one of 40 thieves. Sesame. Noble title for a Sesame Street vampire who prefers numbers to blood. Count. Count. The Count. Okay. Famous Orange County, south of LA, for short. Famous Orange County. Okay. I think this is if you ask me. Yeah. Certificate you get just for showing up. Participation. Certificate. Participation seems so really long. This might be an American term. Based on the word afterwards, it looks like a blank stone, like a gemstone or something. Birth. Oh, birth certificate. That's what it is. Birth. Okay. And I saw that because it said red birthstone for July. So it's going to ask me what the red birthstone for July is, which maybe a ruby. I'm going to say ruby. That's the only red birthstone I know. Is that going to be it though? Ruby slipper on a movie set. Yeah, it is ruby. Okay. Like a lightsaber or ruby slipper on a movie set. A prop? Okay. A proper one is usually capitalized. A name? Ah. A noun. Oh, it's a noun. Ah, okay. Suffix that turns adjectives like happy into nouns. I think this next one here is you want to go outside. You want to take this outside. Is it going to be two words though? No. All right, I'm off the rails here. Okay. The surgeon's photograph of the L. Suffix that turns adjectives like happy into nouns. You want to blank outside. You want to, no, it's not fight outside. You want to, famous Orange County, south of LA. Is it just orange? It might just be orange. No. Famous Orange County, south of LA. For short. Oh, the OC. The surgeon's photograph of the Loch Ness. Oh, happiness. Okay. The surgeon's photograph of the Loch Ness monster. You want to blank outside. You want to blank outside. Do you want to walk outside? I can't even look this up because it's more of a phrase. I know the next word after Ness is monster. The M is there for monster. So the next one is blank it. You yell as you get into your mom's car after another incident at the arcade. And then the stir is there after arcade. So I just need on. So what's going to go before on it? Okay. You want to take it outside, maybe? No, I already tried that, didn't I? Is it take it? No. The surgeon's photograph of the Loch Ness. You want a blank outside. You want to go outside. Okay, let's try and get the first letter of this and see what shows up here. S. You want to scrap outside. Scrap. Okay, I'm just going to get the whole thing. Step outside. Oh. Okay. And then you say to your mom, step on it as you get into another incident at the arcade. Step on it. The surgeon's photograph of the Loch Ness Monster is published on April 21st, 1934. Alright, so I got a score of 64, which is not that amazing. 69 keystrokes. I used 41 more keystrokes than I need. Yes, you want to step outside. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, you can tell I don't get into a lot of fights because I wasn't aware of that phrasing. So, yeah, Rocket Save gets me again. For those of you who like to see me struggle at something on a daily basis, this is the one. So, yeah, just not familiar with some of these terms. In any case, let's move on to Stacked for the Clever Goat games. So we have Rocket, Technical, Dispute, Herd, Clash, Minor, Ivy, Behavioral, Altercation, Battle, Army, Resume or Resume, Justice, Major, and Flock. Okay. Major and Minor, just different levels of intensity. It's a dispute, it's an altercation, it's a clash, it's a battle. This might be the group of four. I can't see another word for like a disagreement. A fight, sure. Okay, herd and a flock seem to go together. Well, there's an army of ants. Different groups of animals. One less, okay. Maybe it's not army. Different groups of animals? Okay. Rocket science. Behavioral science. Technical science. Yeah, let's go for that. Blank science. One wrong. Rocket League, Minor League, Major League, Ivy League. Justice League. Ah, a little bit of comics there. There we go. So now I need the group of 3 and the 1. Behavioral science. No. Resume or resume. I feel like these are sciences. Army science. Resume science, resume science. I'm going to go with Army. Types of science. One wrong. Probably this then. Yeah, sciences. Job interview, technical, behavioral, and resume. And Army's by itself. Well, they had me on the ropes today. I failed yesterday, but today it was okay. Eventually, yeah, this is tough sometimes. I'd say Stacked is the hardest game for the Clever Goat games. Okay, let's go to categories. So we have Hawk, Conclave, Dune, Meadow, Jordan, Platypus, Wicked, Phelps, Nosferatu, Field, Sarah, Lawn, Finch, Kiwi, Jackson, and Green. Okay, we'll have Michaels. Michael Jackson, Michael Phelps, Michael Sarah, Michael Jordan, famous Michaels. Okay, a meadow, a field, a green, a lawn, green areas, areas with grass. Area with grass. Okay. Cool. Wicked, Dune, Nosferatu, and Conclave, I think, are big movies from 2024. Big movies recently, I guess. 2024, there you go. And Hawk, Platypus, Finch, and Kiwi, bird. Is platypus a bird? In any case, these are animals. I'm not too worried about the title. Animals with beaks. Yes, I knew it wasn't birds because the platypus isn't a bird, but it does have a beak. Cool. Okay, let's go on to Flipple. Pulp to Dare. Okay, well, I think pull is probably the move here. Pull, dull. How am I going to change that R? Not going to work. Okay, what can I... Pulp to bull to bulk. Okay. And then balk, bark, dark, and dare. It's probably a faster way. Okay. Pulp to pump to dump to damp to dame to dare. Okay. Well, I'm happy with what I did here. Not the fastest, but it didn't take too long either, so that's okay. All right, let's get into the 5-letter Flipple here. We have dairy to fairy. Well, there's a lot of crossover there, isn't there? All right. Well, let's go from top to bottom, I suppose. I could do fairy, F-A-I-R-Y. I could do daisy, I suppose, but that's sort of going way off track. I think I have to change the Y at least. So let's go with fairs. Oh, fairy. Fairs. So maybe a layers or something. Nah, I don't like where that's pointing at. I gotta break up this AI combination here. How can I do that? Hairs? Hairs. Or airs. Okay. Is there another one? I.e. hairs, like German people? No. Too good to be true. Okay. Here's? Yeah, could be, I guess. Bears? Berry? No, too early for that. Berry, like this. No. Okay. I could do fears. Is fury a word? Your fury? No. Guess I can go back to bears and then do beers. Beers. Beery? Is beery a word? Fears. Well, I can't do rears. No, it's going the wrong direction. Pears. Pears. Could something be Perry? No. Could be a pearl. But again, we're going the wrong direction here. Oh, teary. There's teary. Tears. Teary. Terry, like a terry cloth. And then fairy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I got there in the end. What's the answer here? What's the prime path? Oh, it's like 6 words. Dairy to Harry. Harry, Mary, Mary, fairy. Oh my goodness. Well, not my shining hour here, but yeah, I didn't expect this game to give me as much trouble as it has the last couple days. Jeez, maybe it's doing it so late in the video that I've lost focus, but that's okay. Alright, let's get on to a CrossHerd, the last game of the video, and we'll see what is in store for us. So CrossHerd 44, here we go. Falls behind, legs, brass or pewter? Metal, iron, I don't know. Unblinking look, a stare. Rich cake at a patisserie, don't know. Musical chairs goal, I don't know. Caboose's position is last. Voices above tenors or altos. Driving hazard on a sunny day, glare. Kinda, sorta. And hurl in modern lingo is yeet. Oh, what happened? Oh, I put Y instead of T. There we go. 39 seconds, very good. So it was legs for falls behind. And alloy is a brass or pewter. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Unblinking look, a stare. Tort is the rich cake. Musical chairs, goal is a seat. Well, okay. Last, altos, glare, sorta, and yeet. Okay, I got all those. All right, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my New York Times video for Wordle, Strands, Connections, and Custom Connections. And I do also a short for the New York Times Mini Crossword, so check that out. And I think for today I will be doing the New York Times crossword, so again, check it out. It's a lot of fun, and it's the Monday puzzle, so it should be less than 8 minutes, let's say. It's probably the goal. So, all right, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.